Welcome, everyone. Thank you for your patience there. Better late than never, we always say. Today, we have a great episode for you of the Campaign Countdown. We're really excited to be talking to one of our favorite creators out there. My name is Michael. I'm one of the Wicked co-founders. We also have the other Wicked co-founder with us today. How's it going,
Hey,
Matt?
how's it going, everybody? I'm Matt.
And our guest of honor today is none other than Stephen B Hicks, also known as Squeezy, a great creator, comic book creator, and all-around kind of just really awesome guy. So we're really excited to talk to him about today about what he does in the arts and otherwise, and just find out all about his great comic today, which is now launching on Indiegogo. So really excited. Thank you, Stephen, for joining us. And how are you doing tonight?
Anytime. I'm doing great. It's nice to be here.
That's excellent, man. Thank you again. We spoke a little while ago, and it's really exciting to see your Indiegogo get launched here.
Yeah.
So we'll be taking a look at the Indiegogo page today, going over all the different tiers and seeing what that's all about.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you give us a little breakdown about who you are and how you get started in comics?
So my name is Stephen Hicks, of course. How I got started into the comic book was that I was always reading comic books and watching anime and things of that nature. But one day I ended up deciding to make my own. But before I did that, I noticed that there was a lack of content. It was constantly recycling the same old things, and I wanted something new. I was like, okay, let me try to make something of my own. And I created my own character, named her, and then the rest was pretty much history.
That's awesome, dude. And so now you've come to crowdfunding to help make this dream keep going and make the next issues come to life. We have the first. So we're starting off with a crowdfunding for the first 2 issues of your Microwork series.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see here, there's a print book version showing some of the art from issue. Is this issue 1? Oh, yes, it's issue 1, I believe.
Yes, that's issue 1.
Very nice. Well, yes. Without further ado, why don't we go ahead and take a look at your campaign, go over some of your tiers, your perks, and then see if anyone has any questions in the chat, and go from there.
Okay.
So yes, let me go and pull that up here. In fact, I'll go ahead and post the link for anybody who wants to check the preview page out. The campaign is going live today. It should be going live shortly after we end our video tonight. So if you're watching on the replay, it'll probably be live already. So there's the link there. Now the campaign is for the first 2 issues. So it's kind of cool because a lot of people will do a single issue, but this one is for the first 2 issues, so that makes it a little bit different there. And so here's the campaign page. And why don't you tell us a little bit about what made you want to do crowdfunding and go in that direction?
I wanted to do something different. Well, not necessarily different. It was more so I funded the things on my own. I was like, okay, I funded the first issue or 2. It's like, this is a lot of money. This will take a lot of time. Then I realized, I was like, hold on, I need help. I was like, so I came to you guys and asked around, like, hey, what are some resources that I can use to actually get more money to put out the rest of these books? Because I'm paying things out of my own pocket. Working multiple jobs just to get a book out. So.
Yeah, no, it is a lot. So I could definitely understand, wanting to kind of take it in that direction. Crowdfunding isn't a really incredible way to be able to get these books created, and it really does allow the audience to kind of have their own, piece of it. Be a part of that creation process.
We're all helping out. If it wasn't, for everyone else, I can probably finish it on my own, but it's going to take a lot longer. But with your help, it can speed the process up a lot faster.
That's awesome. And so, as you kind of mentioned, this is a superhero story and involves kind of this world where these microchips have given people these abilities and powers. And so your main character, what is her name again? I apologize.
Her name is Rashida Foley.
Rashida, nice. And so Rashida, she's kind of a new fledgling hero. She wants to become this great hero, but it seems like she doesn't necessarily know where to start, and she's She
Right.
doesn't. She has no experience, so she's fresh and new to this whole being a
Right.
hero type
And
deal.
she's taking matters into her own hands and doesn't really know the difference between the two. And it's like, all right, I gotta learn some things.
Right. Yes. Exactly. We can see here. She's she's good at improvising. She's kind of picks up what she can find and uses that as a weapon, and whatnot here.
Oh, that's actually you're looking at the bottom page. That's actually her mentor and sidekick, actually.
Oh, you're
Funny.
talking about this character here?
Yeah, at the bottom, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Interesting story there. So you guys will get more fill-ins on that later.
Mm-hmm.
So she not only has a mentor, but she also has a sidekick.
Right. So the mentor is actually her sidekick. So how this works is that that's her guardian, and she basically raised her since she was an infant. And one day she decides to be a hero, and she's basically trying to guide her in the way she's supposed to be, but she has to learn how to do it on her own. And she's playing in the background, like, hey, I'll teach you these things, I'll take the lead on certain things, but this is what you want to do, and I'll follow you behind it and support you.
That's
okay,
awesome.
that's pretty interesting. You know, you don't really see that very often, where the more experienced actually takes the step back. So it this way, in a sense, it can be more of a, like you were saying, a teaching lesson, but at the same time, it's more of that hands-on experience and more of a passing of the torch.
Because she needs that. Like for her, I can give you some more details into it. For her mentor, her guardian, this is more so a redemption arc for her because she has a past. So you can discover that throughout the rest of the issue too. You know, why is she raising this young lady and being by her side and growing her to this? Because, you know, it's helping her become a better person or relieve some issues that she had in the past, you know.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
Now, is this a situation where Rashida already has her powers, or is this a situation where we're going to see her kind of grow into her powers and kind of find those?
She already has them. But she doesn't know it, so she's discovering them.
Okay.
But then Naomi, who's her, guardian, she tells her what's really going on after a certain experience come into play. It's like, hey, it's about that time. I got to tell you something, and then that's how their relationship grows even more.
Something she's been probably keeping secret from her for a while, I would imagine.
Exactly.
Okay, interesting. Well, that's awesome, man. And this world that the story takes place in, what kind of a world is it? Is it a futuristic world? Does it take place in our world?
It's more so our world. It's our world, but with powers and whatnot.
Okay.
So think of our world, but flip the script. What if you had some type of fantasy element to it, or something that's not real?
Okay. Yeah.
So the laws and rules that we have in our world doesn't necessarily work in this world. It's just flipped.
So it's like our world was just a little bit more special. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Very cool, man. Well, as we said, this is her first kind of introduction as to being a hero. Do we get to see some of the villains as well?
Yes. In the first issue, you see one of her villains actually.
Nice.
I guess he's a recurring villain. He's not the main villain. Let's just say that.
Okay. Very cool.
He's one of those villains. He just constantly goes, and you see, like, okay, I'm tired of dealing with this guy. But he's probably teaching her something. You never know. It's one of those guys.
Okay. So maybe like it maybe starts out as a villain, but who knows what could happen in the future.
Right. We don't
maybe
know.
He's not quite as bad as he appears. One of those anti-heroes.
Exactly.
Interesting. Okay. Could be. Who knows, right? But okay, well, that's awesome, man. I think this gives us a nice breakdown. We'll definitely probably get into some more of the story and the characters a little bit later. But so why don't we go ahead and dive right into the perks and talk a little bit about what you're offering as rewards here.
Okay.
So we're gonna go and start here with the digital bundle. That one's pretty straightforward. I'm assuming this one's a digital copy of the comic book.
Yes, it is.
Oh, the first 2 issues, right?
Yes.
Very nice. Yeah, that's a good deal. That's a nice bundle you get there.
So, real quick, I know we're going over the perks, but just real quick, how many chapters do you have planned out so far?
12.
Okay.
Nice.
So, do you plan on having a specific order of releasing them, or is it kind of more of these 2 or more of a collection right now, and then you'll release them 1 at a time, or is it more of 2 at a time?
I'm shooting for 2 at a time, but depending on funding, it's more likely going to be 1, and then right after another when I can.
Okay.
So maybe do you like after these first 2 issues, get out there and get the story out? Maybe we'll switch to doing a 1 issue per crowdfunding after that.
Yeah.
Okay, I could see that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Just to get it, I just want to stay consistent. Try
Mhm.
to get it out there, because by the end of, I guess by next year or something like that, if done properly, within a year, I would like to have all 12 issues.
Oh dang, man, that's a lot of crowdfunding, dude. You're gonna be busy.
Yeah, I would like to within a year. So I would like to have all 12 issues out. Or
Wow.
honestly, if this first one goes well, man, I can try to get that season out, the whole season out by next year. If things go
Who
well.
knows? Maybe if things go well, you do 3 issues next time, or
Yeah,
bump it up even more. So I'll have to play it by ear and see how things go. You never
right.
know.
Mhm.
But that's cool, man. Nice epic story, nice 12 issues, really a good meaty story there. That's pretty awesome, yeah. And so yes, getting back to the perks here. As I said, the digital bundle comes with those first 2 issues,
Mm-hmm.
and then we get the next one is the signed physical copies. And so what do you get in this perk here?
21. Yeah, it's the basics. The physical copies of the first 2 books, and they're signed by me, and I send them off.
Very nice.
And that's really it. You get my signature on it. You can frame it. They actually have value to them now. If you get them signed, I recently got one of the comic books graded. They got
Well, that's cool.
so that's a thing. So
Dang, that's nice.
all the other books that's signed by me have value now.
Oh, that's pretty awesome, man. Yeah, I never thought about doing that. That's
Yeah.
a pretty clever thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
Nice, man. And then the next one we got with the poster bundle. What comes in this one here?
So you get the first 2 books, and you get a poster or posters, depending on. Oh no, yeah, you get the 2 books and a poster. Sorry. So
Very nice. And the poster is the art on the back cover.
yes.
Nice. I think we should.
I may do a custom one. I've been thinking about it.
Interesting.
I've been
Okay.
thinking about it, so I may do a custom poster.
Well, that'd be pretty awesome, dude. Yeah, I know people will be pretty excited about that. I think.
Yeah.
And then we got our final tier here, which is the cup coaster pack. What comes in this one here, man?
That's awesome. So what I did was I ended up talking to a vendor, and I got some cup coasters with the artwork I have of the characters. I took character designs, the original artwork, and made coasters out of them.
That's cool, man.
You get four in a pack, and it's just $20, and you get 4 unique coasters of the characters.
That's awesome, and it comes with and then it also comes with the comics as well. So they kind of get a nice bundle.
Yeah,
with that one. Yeah, that's a good one, man. Nice, dude. Well, I like to see the different kind of stuff you have here on offer, man.
that's
Nice
awesome.
perks.
I'm planning on getting some more merchandise. I hope I can update it at some point.
Yeah, you should be. You can update it during things if you want to add in perks and stuff.
Yeah,
you can definitely do that, man.
Because there's been some things I was looking at. I was shopping around, like T-shirts, backpacks, hats, things of that nature.
Yeah, that makes sense, man. Now that's great. And so I know, you talk a little bit about, here you wanted to do this because of the lack of content in the superhero genre, and specifically for female heroes. And what can you maybe speak on that a little bit?
Yeah, new content specifically, and then I was just tired of seeing the same rehashed stuff that DC, Marvel, and even some of the indie comics had. Like some of the stuff was like kind of similar to what they were doing. Like, let's try something different. I'm not saying my character's completely different. I would just want to see something. Let's see what I could do and create something. So in our world, women are pretty much underappreciated or underrated when it comes to the hero genres. They can be a hero too. And when you think about it, 90% of heroes are males, white American males at that. And then 10% of those heroes are African Americans. And then a fraction of that, take a fraction of the 10%, you get female heroes.
Wow.
and with that, it's like, wow, that's a small number.
It really is.
And on top of that, they're either playing second fiddle or over sexualized and not even taken serious. So I'm like, okay, we have heroes like Wonder Woman, Storm, Vixen, things of that nature. So we have some heroes, but not that many.
Okay, so that's what you meant. You wanted to bring more into the mix and more variety.
Like how many standalone female heroes do you know?
Yeah, it's definitely not as many as I can name for the male counterparts. That's for sure.
I can name,
especially in mainstream comics. Especially in mainstream. With anime, it's a little bit more different. But
it's different.
I mean, still, there's still a little bit of more of you could say character stereotyping. A lot of them were usually the same type of character rather than being more diverse and everything. I mean, in a sense, you did hit a point right there. I never even kind of really thought about it from that angle.
I kind of want to hit two birds with one stone here with this project because I have the comic genre, and that's good in America, comic books, but they also like manga too. So I'm kind of hitting into both territories. But my main goal, even why I created the comic book in the first place, was to create an anime, because that way everyone can see it. And nowadays everyone loves animes, because I used to get pushed down when I was younger, like, oh, you watch an anime, like you're a nerd. I'm like, yeah, whatever. But
that was just the way it was.
That's just life. And I love it, and the fact that I've had this opportunity to create what I want to create and actually see it on screen, which I plan to do, is pretty awesome. But I have to get these books out in order to do it, to tell the story, because to see a Black woman on screen taken seriously and put into situations where she has to decide on how to be a hero and what does that truly mean, that's pretty cool. Like how do you deal with your decisions as a hero? You got the good, the bad, and the ugly. So how does that affect you as an individual? Or how does it affect your world? Because we got some male heroes, but they don't really show the in-depths of what most heroes go through or the decisions that they make. Some do, not all. Like Batman goes through some stuff, but he has the most overpowered ability of all time. He's Batman. Nothing.
Next to Superman. Yeah, pretty much.
Superman too. Like I've seen some heroes like Static Shock. He's one of my favorite Black heroes of all time.
Static Shock is just a great hero.
He's been through some things, like growing up as a kid, going through school, trying to get through, dealing with certain movements, dealing with stuff at home, and dealing with his powers. That's insane. Same thing with Spider-Man. We got to see Spider-Man grow up from a kid to a whole man, take on multiple heroes. He's literally been on every team. Fought against, or should help. Like in general, like he's one of the most relatable characters of all time. Like it's pretty cool. So I kind of want to give that same vibe to Rashida in a sense. Like, even though she's fictional, make her relatable in a sense, like to men and women. Like,
Yeah, in the chat, Neostar Production says it's even worse when those same characters finally get a chance to shine, but they're stuck with less than decent writers. Rating the characters further.
And see what makes this so great. I'm not the only one writing this. I have a team, but it's me, my friend Smiley, which you all know, Malcolm Smiley. He helps me write a lot, and he's my partner through and through. But I also ask questions, go on social media, and participate with other people. Like, hey, what would you like to see? What are some situations would you like to see a hero go through? And I ask women and men certain questions to like get a vibe of what they like and what they don't like, and try to put that in a pool of things that I can use as resources. And I make my story from here and here. Granted, it's not perfect, but I try to, make something. I want people to be a part of it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, man. Yeah, no, that's awesome, dude. I think that's a really, really cool thing to do and to want to bring into the medium here.
Yeah, like we're all creating something for us. It's like, as a culture, we don't have much. Let's just throw that out there. And as a culture, we don't have much. So it's like, I have the power or the ability to do so. Why not use it?
No, that makes a lot of sense, man. I could totally see that. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, and hopefully this is just the first of many projects that you'll be adding into the community.
Definitely interesting. I'm kind of curious myself what I'm able to create, because this right here, this was a shocker to me. I didn't think going to conventions and meeting different people and doing book signings was a thing. It never crossed my mind.
Speaking of which, you recently did a showing at a comic book store, and not only did you sell out, but you who did you meet? But
I met Tommy, Jason David, Green Ranger. We met. He actually has a copy of the book. He signed it.
So
he
awesome.
himself to keep it going. He likes to see more comics and stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's dope, dude. That's pretty awesome, man. I bet that was a trip, man.
Yeah, it was. We actually talked about some stuff, man. It was pretty dope. It was like,
right? Oh man. And then you have some more pictures here of some other fans and different people picking up the book.
Yeah, they loved it, man. It was like I was shocked. There was so many people. It was like over 200 people out.
Dude, that's awesome.
Like, my book sold out like within an hour, and I was there from 11 to 6, and I'm like, I don't have any more books. I don't know what to do.
Oh, that's wild, man. Well, that's really cool, man. That must have been really exciting.
It was. I just didn't expect anything like that.
You kind of came with no expectations, and then boom.
Yeah, like I just wanted to. Like, the funny part is, I didn't even set that up. The owner did. Like, so
wow,
I just called.
awesome.
I was on vacation, and I was like, "Hey, I have a comic book. I was wondering what could I have to do a book sign." He's like, "Don't worry, I got you. Just bring your books." I was like, "What?" He set this whole situation up, man. I was like, "Wow."
Yeah, that's really cool, dude. It just shows that you really got something awesome here, and it's connecting with people already.
Yeah, it is, and it's like I woke up this morning. I don't even know if I can share it, but this morning I ended up having 10 orders. I had to ship out.
Oh damn!
Yeah, I think I posted it on Twitter. Yeah, and I was like, wow. I woke up with 10 orders of comic books.
That's pretty nice feeling, isn't it, man?
Yeah, I just didn't expect that. I was like, all right, I need to order some more.
Like,
right, Dean?
I have some more physicals at home, but they're slowly going down because people keep buying them. I was like, where's all this support coming on? Who's telling everybody this? I don't know that many people.
Hey, it's getting out there, man. It's getting out there.
Word of mouth is contagious.
Right?
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, man. Any thoughts on maybe if you going back and do another round
Of
you going to that same shop again?
Yeah. I actually talked to him. He's gonna review the second issue before I release it. And then I told him, like, hey, when I have time, I can come back and do an official release. But my goal is the book will be done by either Thanksgiving or the end of November. One of the two. I haven't decided yet. The book will be officially done, but when I release it, I'm not sure yet.
Okay. Yeah. I gotta kind of play it by ear.
Yeah, because I may release it on my birthday or maybe at the end of November. I haven't decided.
Okay.
Fun fact: I actually created Rashida on my birthday.
Really? That's funny. Was she the first character you created for Micro Wars?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
I built the whole story around her.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, man. Honestly. Well, that's cool, man. Yeah, looks like you have a great campaign, and as we said, this should be going live shortly after we in the video here.
Yep.
So you'll be able to go and pick that up. Here's the link again, just in case you want to go check that out. Check out the preview page right now.
Mm-hmm.
But what I like is that you're getting 2 comics in one crowdfunding campaign.
Right.
So that is pretty nice, man. And so how many pages is each issue then?
24.
Nice. So that would be 48 pages then that you're getting 48 pages of comic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So do you have any plans for if you make your fulfillment for the campaign, like it gets funded, did you have any plans on any stretch goals or anything else like that?
Yeah, I want to make the rest of the comic book. 2, probably go into like merchandise so I can get more merchandise and sell them. Like I was saying earlier, like I was doing research into like hats, backpacks, t-shirts, and things of that nature, maybe more posters. And I even came up with a concept for a trading card game. I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, huh. Cause I got into this game, something called Magic the Gathering. I've been playing.
Oh, dude, we love Magic, me and Matt.
Yeah. So I've been playing it. According to my friends, I'm a baby. I've been playing for a year now. So I'm like, all right. But
that's fair, yeah.
since I've been playing,
I can. Some of my brother's friends still play to this day, and they were playing back when it first started, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
So it's like I finally found what my colors are. And they was like, all right, what's your colors, man? And I was like, you're passionate. You got a lot of fire in you. I was like, so red, green, and blue are my colors right now.
Nice.
But since I've been playing that game, I came up with this trading card concept. Maybe I can do trading cards for Micro Wars, maybe.
That'd be dope, dude. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Smart idea, man. Trading cards look good. I always like to see those kind of things.
Or stickers. I don't know how merchandise works, but I noticed I did some research into stickers. Like stickers are selling. Like if you have stickers, people are gonna buy them. I don't know why, but
yeah, you could always add on some add-ons to your campaign. People could add to their perk.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna do. I think the last product I may do was mugs. Because I love mugs. I mean, I use them to drink juice out of. So
nice.
I'm not the traditional coffee drinker. I just put juice in it.
That was funny. Very nice, man. Well, that's cool. So the I think we talked about this on the last video that we did, but what can you maybe tell us a little bit about what kind of powers Rashida has?
Oh, okay, cool. So right now, she has teleportation. So when think Nightcrawler, think Jumper, think that. So it's a combination of that in her powers. That's her main ability, and she's gonna grow into maybe like 2 more.
Okay.
Yeah,
kind of a few different things going.
Right. So right now her main ability is teleportation, and she's really good at hand-to-hand combat thanks to her mentor.
Nice.
So she teaches that, throughout the series, like, hey, you have to learn certain techniques because you're small, you have low stamina, things of that nature. Things that women or other average people or young people that have, since like they don't have a lot of strength, so have to use other techniques to get by or taking advantage of other things. So like that was pretty cool.
Okay, yeah. I like that combination of the physical fighting abilities with the teleportation.
Right.
You could do some pretty nice stuff with that, I would imagine.
Right. So I'm gonna try to use my main goal as far as her main ability, besides the teleportation, will be her mind, like how it works. Like dig deep into her mind. Like how creative can you be with these powers? Yeah, so that's the main goal for me.
And what is her her mentor's powers?
She doesn't actually have any powers, believe it or not. So she, back in her time, she was a warrior. She defended her place and everything like that. But she knows how to fight very well.
Oh, but she doesn't have any powers.
No.
Oh, okay.
Not well. Well, not
that we know about.
yeah, not
Maybe,
yet.
maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows?
So that's something that I'm working on. Like,
Got a lot of mysteries, man. You got mystery on mysteries.
yeah, not that
Uh,
we know of.
right? We better get better read and find out, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Now Neostar in the chat asked, hold on, sorry.
I wonder, how can I see the comments? Let me see. Can I see the comments?
You should be able to. It's on YouTube.
Okay, I see it.
But Neostar says, does Rashida also use Eskrima sticks? I don't know
Yes,
what is an Eskrima stick?
Eskrima sticks, those are strictly used with Nightwing. Daredevil has them. Another character.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I
They're
think
like batons almost, right?
batons or billy clubs. I think that's what
Oh,
Daredevil
okay.
call them, billy clubs. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Tonfas. Okay.
Something, but not really the Tonfas, because the Tonfas are like have a handle.
Yeah.
These don't have a handle. You
Yeah.
just like
Okay.
stick,
I was
essentially.
going for between Nightwing and Daredevil with those because there's a lot of combinations you can use. And as a teleporter, she can switch between offensive and defensive. Like, she could throw a stick, teleport to the stick or something like that.
Damn. Yeah.
Creative
Yeah, that's pretty smart, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could really see. Yeah, that's a pretty fun one, man. That's dope.
Yeah, so I've been watching a lot of anime and getting a lot of ideas on how can I use her power.
You should look up because I don't know if you ever played Final Fantasy 15 at all.
I have never played a Final Fantasy game.
Really? You should watch a video, like some videos on or some trailers. But he has a similar, not exactly, but he has something that would work somewhat like.
Oh, you mean Noctis?
It is kind of like that. Yeah, Noctis's ability is basically they call it warp strike.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to that in a sense.
The only reason I know Noctis is because I play Tekken.
Oh, he's in that game.
Yeah, and I'm like, bro, he's annoying. Let's just say that.
Yeah, it's understandable.
So I can look into his powers more.
I feel like the way you were talking about like throwing it and then teleporting to it, that reminds me of kind of how he uses his weapons.
Yeah,
so it's like that. I was like, okay, interesting. Yeah,
I would like to try to employ that into her, but also be creative with it.
Right, as many different ways you can think of, really, huh?
Right, because that's her main ability. Because as far as I'm concerned, I've never really seen a hero besides Nightcrawler use his abilities as a main power. But then again, he's never really done it in combat like that. Not too much. When you hear teleporters, the most
not mostly. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah,
they run away.
Oh, man, I'm trying to think. I mean, the only thing I can think of is Goku, but at the same time, there's that, but then they also use
light speed fighting or warp speed fighting.
Is it Zanzen-Zoken? There was a game. It's basically kind of like where they teleport around each other, pretty much, but it's just really high speed movement in a sense. So it's not necessarily teleporting, but it appears that way.
Yeah. So I want to try to integrate that into our fighting style. Give her different. Like I'm thinking about giving her a main ability because I've been thinking about this Muay Thai for a minute. Maybe give her Muay Thai or give her unique techniques from each martial art. She doesn't.
You could have a bunch of different ones. Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't master them all. She just used certain techniques from each one and
makes her own style.
Yeah, and apply it with her teleportation. That's what I've been thinking, but I don't know yet. I have to
decide. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was thinking about some wrestling moves. I used to watch WWE, like Raw and Smack. You know how Stone Cold do the stunner and the guys just go everywhere. I can actually see something like that with teleportation. I think that would be cool.
Okay,
it's interesting.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. Yeah, I could. It's gonna be really interesting to see how that plays out. Now, when we pick up the story, is she? You said she doesn't really know about her powers. So does that mean that she's never used them before at all? Or she used them maybe and didn't even know it?
When you pick up the story, she's already using them.
I see. Okay,
I'm gonna go into stories of how she found out. Like I said earlier, Naomi's gonna tell her what's going on, and then now she has to train. show her, train her, and then from there she just makes her own decisions on what she wants to do. That's how the whole hero thing came about. She made a decision.
No, I could see that. That makes sense. Yeah.
Now that you know, what are you gonna do, basically? And then Naomi takes the back seat and still take care of her and guide her. But for as far as the superhero thing goes, she's let her do her own thing.
Nice. And nice. And so, what kind of other characters and are we going to be introduced to into this first issue?
The first issue. So Guy is one of my favorite characters. Honestly, he's this mysterious mercenary. He comes in, he does anything for the money, and he just leaves. He looks cool too. Like he gives Rashida her first L in the comic, man. I was like, yo, that's pretty dope. He's looking like 6 feet tall, and he got Tim's on, and I'm just gonna beat you up.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome looking character, man.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty dope.
Do you have any if you have some pictures of him, send it over, man. I'll share them up on the screen here.
I thought I did. I gotta look for him. I think we saw one earlier when you were going through them.
Neostar says, "Hey Steven, if you want any help with superpower references, just let me know."
Yeah, message me, man. I'm definitely down for ideas and collaborations.
Yeah, that would be cool, man. I remember last time, I think when he was in the chat, we talked about Neos because he has his own hero Riser Man, and like a crossover, something might be cool or something. I think.
Yeah, I read that. I read that, and I was
remember him saying that. Yeah,
I definitely don't mind. Like my goal, once I get the first 12 out, I don't mind doing crossovers.
At that point, the sky's the limit, right?
Yeah.
When the stories out there, then where do you go from there?
Yeah, people know, because I really want to do a tournament. I want to do a tournament after the first 12 issues, and that's just to test her abilities and meet new characters and expand the world a little bit. I think that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
Tournaments are always fun. I just don't know what the tournament would be called. I can't use the tuning exams because that's been taken. I can't use the tournament of power. That's been taken. So I gotta make up my own.
Hey, but a tournament is that's like speaking of anime influences. I mean, that is one of the number one anime tropes you gotta have, right?
Gotta have a tournament, and it's
gotta have a tournament arc, man.
And I was looking at gags they use in anime. Like I kind of want to do that nosebleed thing with Rashida. Like she sees a boy and she's like, "Oh my god!"
You know what I like about that idea is that it's a reversal of your typical.
Yeah,
you see the guy doing that.
And it's hilarious. I want to see her do it and just flip out.
Oh my god, that's too funny.
Yeah. The tropes are funny.
Dude. Neostar says you don't want to get your ass kicked by a man in Timberlands.
This is true. You got Tim's on prepared to get bodied. And yet she did. She got bodied in the first issue.
Funny, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, I just don't know. Like the thing, I have to set that up because once the first 12 issues are out, you know who Rashida is and what she's about. And then after that, how do you make her grow? Because she's still in high school. She's
got a lot to grow with.
Yeah,
a lot to learn. So,
like, how can I improve on her abilities, or how can she test her abilities? With different people. She may take some L's, she may take some W's. We don't know.
We'll find out. Yeah. Now, who can we maybe talk? Let's talk a little bit about your artist, maybe, and who you're working with for the art on this project.
So I have two artists. So my first artist is named Arkid Makuta. You can find him on Instagram. He helped me create the first issue. So shout out to him. And I still work with him now doing the main covers. And
is this art here that we're seeing on the screen?
Not this one. This is my second artist.
Oh, this is your second artist. Okay.
My first artist did the main character, how she normally looks and everything like that now. So we took her and redid his style in his own image with Emilio. This is his work. And he really brought my vision into life. He's really great, very intuitive. And he took the words that I've written down and it's like, oh, wow, this is exactly what I was doing. And he brought it to life. And I thought that was pretty cool.
That's nice, man.
and it's crazy. I haven't even met my team yet, so it's like I've never met them in person, but we talk and do emails and everything like that.
Oh, that's wild. And yeah, y'all you've created this awesome comics together.
Yeah, and
nonetheless.
they love working with me. I'm not really sure why, but they love working. And
Yeah, well, they must believe in the story, man.
they have fun with it. They really do have fun. And it's like I don't try to stress people out. Like, hey, do you take your time? There's no rush on this. You know, just have fun with it. And they come back and just give me something great, and it's like that's pretty awesome.
Damn, dude. Yeah, it's really cool when you can get that working relationship, with your artists and your team like that.
Yeah, because most of the money that I raise, it goes to my artists and it goes to the comic book, and we just get it done. Try to get as much content out there because you guys love it and enjoy it so much already. And I'm like, wow, I think I got something here. And he's like, yeah, I think we got something here. And they just like, when's the next one? And I was like,
Oh damn. No, that's cool, man. Did you guys like kind of start speaking, through social media and whatnot then?
Yeah. I reached out to him. I posted up after my first comic book. After I drew my main issue, I posted it up. I did it myself. So I drew that up, and then I reached out to some people on social media, and I reached out to Art Kid, and he reached out to me. He's like, "Hey, this is really good." And I was like, "Hey, would you like? Do you know how to do illustrations?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Cool. I got an idea for a comic book. Could you help me do it? Like, what do you need?" He's like, "I can do that." And then we started going on from there. Is like we made this whole relationship just talking to him what I was trying to explain to him what I was trying to do, and nothing too serious. I just want to see if I can do it. And he was like, yeah. So I gave him my content, gave him my characters that I had, and we made a story. He made the story come to life. So shout out to our kid. And then Emilio took his place. And then he created the second issue, which you all see now. And those are some real intense moments right there. Like, we got this, 6-year-old coming out the bathroom with a plunger and scrubber, like, let's go hands. So it's like, I will defend my home, So on some Home Alone things.
Right? Really though, huh?
It's like I'm turning it I will try to make this a running gag, but it's a serious moment here. But I may turn this into a running gag with this plunger and scrubber thing. Because this is actually the inspiration why she has her 2 sticks too, by the way. This moment here.
Oh, okay. I can totally see that, man. Yeah.
So this is her moment. She takes the time to defend herself and someone else, and she gives it all she got, and it doesn't
work out this time.
Yeah, it doesn't work out, and that she carries that with her, all the way till she's 16. So she's carrying that weight.
So when you mentioned when she's 16, so what do you mean exactly by that? So is that how she is in the story?
Yeah, she's 16. Her present day, she's 16. This is just a flashback.
Oh snap! So the first issue is more of a flashback issue.
No, the first issue is present day. The second issue is flashback.
Oh, okay. I was confused. I apologize. So the second issue is where we see her defending herself.
Current day.
Or the flashback, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now I'm with you. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like I wanted to give try something a little different, like show.
I got you, because in the first issue, that's when she gets kind of attacked, or she gets in a fight with Guy.
Right.
And it does not go well for her.
Right.
Okay, interesting. Okay, I like that dynamic. So are we gonna see any more flashbacks after this issue at all, or are we gonna stick to the present?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of both. I'm gonna try to do like give her perspective of the story, and then give the other people's perspective of the story within the same issues. Like the first 4 episodes, get those flashbacks in, and then you just tell the rest of the story from there, like how it came to be, show her relationship with Naomi, show her relationship growing up. A little. I have to do a lot within a little amount of pages, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely good at that. Yeah, you got to draw the reader in.
Right, and the way I did it, I think I'm gonna constantly do it, like show a little bit of the past and then show our current self, and keep it going.
Very nice, man. Now, obviously this is the first 2 issues here. What what would you if you let's say this is a success, you get your goal here, and we keep going. What would be the plans then going forward for issue 3?
Issue 3, I need to start setting up the main villain. Right now, I'm having a problem.
Nice. Oh, really?
Because the issue is how do I introduce him in a way that's impactful? See, the thing is, the main villain's already been shown, but no one knows it. So,
oh no.
I want to reveal him in a way that it impacts everything.
Interesting.
And I don't know how to do it.
Dang, yeah, that's a tough one, man. That is really
yeah, because I already revealed the villain, and I know people are looking like, "Who's the villain? Who's the villain?"
Right?
I'm not saying anything.
Dang, dude, not gonna spoil it for us, huh?
Yeah, he or she has been there forever.
It's Rashida. My God.
He or she has been there forever, and it's like, how do I make an impact like this whole time? Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty intense, man. I like that though. That's a nice little teaser, little Easter egg for people to catch it,
That is a pretty good teaser for something like that.
Because I've been sitting on it for a minute. How do I reveal this villain? Like throughout the story, I have to show what he or she's been doing this whole time, while reacting or interacting with the main character at the same time. So it's like they know they're around, but they don't know who they are. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I have to figure that out, and man, this is kind of hard.
Yeah, I like that. It's going back to that kind of mystery aspect of the story, really.
Yeah, I want to give you a little bit, but a lot at the same time. It's like, all right. So the first issue, I gave you a lot. It was like an attention grabber. Like, oh snap, this kid come out of nowhere, and she's doing her own thing, and kids are missing. She's trying to save them. Kids get away. Who's this villain? She gets bodied. Like, oh my god, who was this guy? I gotta get away. And now it's like flashback. You get a little bit of our past, and we got a story here. I'm like, all right.
And so this is a page that looks like from the first issue. So is this your first artist then?
Yes.
Oh, okay, interesting. And this looks like after she's been beaten and she's recovered.
Yeah, she got bodied. Yeah.
Did not go as planned. That's for sure.
Not at all. She got wrecked.
Oof. And we can see her mask there. So is the masks? Is that something that's common in this the world that you created?
Yes. So I'm going to keep the mask. At first, I have a picture of herself as she's older, and I looked at it and I love it. But you know what? I'm going to keep the mask because I love it. I love it so much. I'm just gonna keep it.
That's the mystery, and like kind of like this the persona of the character, really.
Right. And I may mess around and pull a Civil War. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
We'll have to wait and see, man.
We'll see. And the crazy part is, I still haven't given her a hero name yet.
Oh, dang, indeed. She's gonna have to discover her hero name.
Like, I was thinking, like, the people do it. I don't know, man. Like, last time the people got power, man, they killed 3 people.
Oh.
They killed 2 people, and one's a monster now.
That ain't good.
So I'm like,
I definitely don't want that for Rashida.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, yeah, I can see like the people, like she saves a group of people. Oh, you're the plunger girl, and she's like, oh no, that's not great. I think we'll keep workshopping that. Let's keep working on that one, guys.
Yeah, I don't know. She may get her name in a tournament or something. I have no clue.
Who knows?
It hasn't came to me yet, so I was like,
you probably honestly when you're writing, it'll probably hit you like it'll like boom, you'll know what it is, and she'll say, my name is blah blah blah. Right. I feel like that's how it always works. There's always that moment where they like that they change and they become that hero. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I feel like you'll know when you get there. Yeah, interesting, man. Now Rashida's family. What is her family in the picture?
Um. mm, So
we're not spoiling anything, obviously.
about that,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I noticed, like, I was like, okay, where's her parents at? You know, why is she running around with all, with her mentor over here? Where's her parents?
Let's yeah. Let's leave that a mystery. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just assume they're maybe not super around right now.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Let's go with that. Yeah. All right.
That's pretty good right now.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That's too funny,
So
dude.
what I will say, this though, her father is the creator of the microchips. So I
Oh,
will give you that.
that is interesting. That is very interesting. Okay, I do like that. That's a juicy tidbit right there.
I will give you that.
Now, anything you want to share about the microchips? What can you tell us maybe about the microchip technology?
So the microchip technology is it's called the Satori Program. So within it, it allows ordinary people to have special abilities, but the intention was to help them through their everyday lives, but it didn't come out that way. And then people try to use it for like military purposes or whatever. So with that being said, the Satori Program is a software that's installed in the microchips that allows any user to either create their own powers or pick from a category of powers or quote unquote abilities to help you in everyday life. Right. So it's insurgically planted and it's connected to your neck through the brain, the brainstem. So once it connects there, you're able to use your imagination to create your ability or log into the software, if you will.
It's like designer powers, man.
Yeah, basically. Now
That's
here's the
pretty
kicker.
wild.
Here's the kicker. Depending on the slot of the microchip, so some microchips have one slot, some have 2 or 3. So depending on which one you have, you can have multiple or you can just have one. But the kick is whatever you create is permanent.
Oh wow.
And some microchips, due to people trying to get their hands on the original, it doesn't work out that way. They make counterfeit chips, and those have side effects. So you either die or something bad happens, mutate, the works.
Now, so you said they're permanent. So does that mean like you can't remove them then?
No.
What happens if you try to remove one?
What do you think?
Nothing good. Nothing good, I would imagine.
What do you think?
Yeah, possibly.
Right.
Oof,
but I do have to set up some rules though. I have to set up some rules, like probably do a basic 3 rules, like micro users can't do XYZ or something like that.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I like that idea that like once you choose it, it's permanent. So you really have to choose your few that you have. Exactly.
Someone be like, hey, I want to be a blob man. All right. Problem.
Right, you might not enjoy that as much as you really think you would.
Exactly. Or I'll be a pervy dude. Hey, I want big boobs as power.
Invisible, or maybe go invisible, right?
Yeah. So you basically
then no one can see you, man. Yeah, I could definitely see some of these things backfiring.
Yeah, so that's gonna be the whole little thing there.
No, that's pretty cool, man. I love that. That's a really unique take on superheroes that I haven't really seen before.
Yeah, me either. Now that I really sat down and think about it, I never really seen anything. I've seen similar things, but not like that, because you get a power and it's permanent. How do you deal with that?
And also the fact that it's like technology induced and the sci-fi genre,
right?
Really cool.
Mixed in our world, so it's like
exactly
it's our world, but it's flipped. Like, what if we had powers?
Mm-hmm.
What if we could download powers into our brain and just use them at will?
Now, are these powers readily available to everyone? Are they for the rich? Are they affordable?
No, there's select few.
Okay.
You either willingly go under the table or you get kidnapped under the table. Yeah. So it's one or two. So
yeah, thinking about those odds is not very good.
Yeah, you either willingly do it, hey, there's something, or you get taken. you get taken, one of the two.
By the government?
Well, no, the main villain. So the main villain.
The villain's taking people.
Yeah, so the main villain wanted her father's work. Didn't work out that way, and something bad happened. So the bad thing happened, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna make my own. But he doesn't have the original. Well, we all know who has the original, and he doesn't know who has it, and he's trying to find it, can't find it, so he has to use other resources. You know, he tries animals, he tries adults, nothing's working. But he finds these kids, and the rest is history. So,
oh wow, okay, interesting. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty sinister plot, man.
Yeah, he goes through trials. Like, who's gonna be my next guinea pig?
And hopefully it won't be Rashida. But it sounds like if he gets what he wants, it could quite possibly could be.
Yeah, I mean, he's making counterfeits, so obviously none's gonna work out too well because he doesn't have the original. But once he get his hands on it, boy, that's a different story.
But I bet if it's like you said, it's since not everyone can get these powers. Like counterfeits and black market powers are probably still used by people who want it cheap, easy, quick.
Right, something quick fix, but it comes at a price. You may lose your body or something,
or your something, your sanity, maybe. Who knows, right?
Like people. Not everybody can get them.
But if you're desperate enough,
yeah, it all depends. Like I said, our world takes place because what happens when you're desperate? You never know. Anything can happen. What happens when you push a hungry dog in a corner? You'd be surprised what that dog can do.
It's that's the saying, isn't it? You push a rat to the corner, it's gonna fight back.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yeah, that's true. Good point, man. Yeah, and so here's another page that we see from issue 2.
Right.
It shows the mentor. There's the intruders coming to the house and is trying to kidnap Rashida, and her mentor comes in and kicks his ass and says, "Get the hell out of here, man!"
Right.
And definitely, I love that last panel there. That's a really, really powerful one right there.
Yeah, shout out to Emilio, man. He really brought my vision. He really brought it to life. Like
he brought the
I wrote it down. I was like, wow, this is exactly how I envisioned it. I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. So Emilio's a great artist. I love working with him. So all the funding that I get will go to my team, and so we can get these books out and tell the rest of the story, man. Because I'm kind of curious what the world thinks. Like, I want to see like.
Well, that's great, man. What would you tell people out there, who maybe are considering backing your book at this time?
If you had the opportunity to work on a comic book, seriously, and have your input put into it, what would you do? What would you say? How can it affect the comic book community as a whole? Let's work together to create something. And starting now, this would be the perfect opportunity to do it because I'm using your input. Not all of it, but I will use it.
That's excellent, man. Yeah. And like you said, it's that communal effort that really makes these things possible.
Yeah.
That community that putting their support behind the projects they like. And that's what makes crowdfunding so amazing.
Yeah, because I would have never known this. I created a GoFundMe I had some success with that, but I never heard of Indiegogo before. So it's like that was news to me.
Right? Yeah, exactly, man. It's like it's a whole new world, right?
Yeah, hopefully this will help out in the long run. Like, hey, let's do something successful and see what I can get away with.
Not only that, but you're also building your fan base. You're building your audience.
Yeah, I actually have fans. Like, so the book is on Webtoons, and I got like almost 19 to 2,000 people on there. And I was like, wow, that's a lot of people.
Dude, that's awesome, man. Congratulations. That's really exciting, dude.
Yeah, thank you. Like, I didn't know how powerful that was. I just threw it up there because I just wanted people to read it. I didn't think they were gonna like it like that.
You'll have to share your Indiegogo with the individuals over there on the Webtoons.
Yeah, I have to figure out how to do that. Yeah,
I bet you could put a post or something about it. But yeah, I bet they like to see that too, man. Definitely take advantage of that. I would suggest.
Naomi swapping hands with
right.
got a frying pan.
I love that, man. That's such a great scene, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's interesting too because I definitely it seems to me like you're really trying to build that story up and introduce the characters and stuff and show us who they are right now with these first couple issues.
Yeah, I'm trying, and it's like I said, most of my influence comes from video games, anime, comic books, and I'm just taking it all in. Like, how would I do something? How would I tell a story? How do I have two characters who have totally different roles but make them work so well? And it's like with Naomi and Rashida's relationship, it's kind of like a mother-daughter relationship, friend relationship, and mentor relationship all in one, because one, she's not her mother by any means, and she's not her daughter, but they grow to be that way.
Interesting. Okay, so the over time they'll become more and more alike, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's wild, man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, man. The art is really cool. I just love this, man. I really hope this gets funding and be then some. I mean, for 2 issues, I think you guys got a great goal. It's a $2,000 goal, so I mean that's really awesome for 2 issues. I think a lot of people have goals around that or higher that are just for single issues. So the fact that you guys get this level of art quality done and put the book out there with such a great goal and have all that content, I think that's going to be something that people can really attach onto and see something that's really cool about this campaign.
Yeah, definitely. I can definitely see that too.
Right, man.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go and put the link up here. I'm gonna share the link again.
Please do.
Put that out there. Go check that out, guys. That's gonna be launching tonight.
Oh, if you want to buy a copy, I have copies at home. I can put the link from to the Micro War store.
Yeah, go for it, man. Yeah. You want to send it over to me on Twitter real quick? I'll put that up just for maybe you're not into crowdfunding or you're just maybe not doing that right now. There's alternative options.
Yeah, you said Twitter, right? Sure.
Yeah, put it in Twitter or in the private chat here on StreamYard or
I sent it to Twitter.
Okay, yeah, let me put it up on the screen here for everybody.
I appreciate that too, because like I said, I woke up this morning and I had like 10 orders. I was like, wow. And I was like, all right. That's the thing.
Hell yeah, man. And once you get this with the crowdfunding going, man, you could have a whole bunch more than that. So
yeah, so I use that money to buy more books and just keep it going. So
well, this will help. That's what the crowdfunding is all about, is help keep that train going, keep that machine going, keep the gears turning.
So I definitely just sent it over.
Let me take a look at that there.
You can click on it, show people what it looks like, because it's a Square account. Like, hey, buy your first issue here, or because I'll sign them, get you signed physical copies as well.
Very nice, man. And so I have the link up on the store here, or on the page here for the store. And then here's the actual store on the screen.
Yeah.
So you get that first issue there.
There it is.
Very nice, man. And all the money goes back into creating that comic and getting more issues out.
Yep, it goes back into the book.
Very nice, man.
All funding goes back into the book to keep it going.
Well, that's excellent, dude.
That's actually how I finished paying the artist for the second issue. So I kept constantly selling the first issue. And
nice.
We gotta get the second one done. So
right, gotta get it out there, and then from there, third and beyond, man.
Yeah, try to kind of repeat the process over and over.
Exactly, man. Well, that's awesome. Is there anything? I know we talked a little bit about which ones help people, the backers, potential backers out there, but I just wanted to see if there's any messages or anything you're really trying to bring across, anything you'd like to tell people about the themes behind your story.
Themes. I want to focus. I really want to focus on different perspectives. That's a real thing for me. Like, I may go through something, but somebody may see it from a different perspective. So I especially want to tie that into women specifically. Like, I'm a man first and foremost. And I don't know anything about women per se. And it's like they go through things that we don't know, or they don't get the recognitions or anything like that. So I want to see how that is applied into this world. Like, even though I'm writing it, I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know what's going to happen next. Like, so I want to reach out to the women too. Like, hey, what do you want to see? Because I don't know if a lot of women who read comic books or watch anime like that. I know some, but not that many. Like,
and so what do they want to see in their books, in their comics?
I would love to get their input, because women can be heroes too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, women are very strong, and like you said, you don't always get to see that in fiction media.
Yeah, because by default, I already got the guy's fault. Answers and everything like that. I already have their answer. I'm like, put it on the screen. Like, I'm really curious into what they think. Like, like young girls, young teenagers, young women. Like, hey, how would you like to be represented as a comic book character if you had the opportunity? What kind of powers would you like to use? What are some things that you like to see in this world? Do you like to see certain issues that we deal with applied into the comic book? Even personal deep questions. Because it's not all about, when it comes to hero work, it's not all about powers and costumes. Sometimes it's just dealing with real shit. Sorry for the language, but that's just
it makes sense. Yeah. It ain't all glamour at the end of the day.
Yeah, so like my goal is to show the good, the bad, and the ugly, and it's like
the truth of it all.
Yeah, how you want to be a hero. This is what you got to go through. If that makes sense. And it's up to you if you want to continue down this route or not.
If you just want to pack it up, if you want to turn to the dark side, or if you want to keep going down that hard path.
Right. And it's okay if you want to give up. It's okay. You can't do everything, so it's like life. It's life.
Yeah, man. Wow. Okay. Well, that's cool, man. I love that you bring those kind of real world elements and really grounding it so that people can have something to relate to as you take on the super heroic journey with it.
And I think that's the path I should choose. Like, having it grounded will with a little bit of fantasy will open up a lot of doors.
Yeah, it really will, man. Well, that's excellent, man. And I really hope that this crowdfunding takes off and you guys get that goal and then some. Any thoughts on if you guys get your goal and if you might have any stretch goals beyond that, or really just trying to get that main story out there for now?
Yeah, the main story for now, because one, I want to see if people are taking serious as a content creator. So if I can get the first 12 seasons out, the first issue, not bad. Sorry, the first 12 episodes out to create a season, then my goal from there is to create get it animated.
Man, that would be so cool, isn't it?
And I want to know if people will take me serious at that point, because I'll just make more. But right now, I just want to see if I can do it. Like, can I make these 12 issues? Like, I'm kind of pushing myself to do it. Like, I don't know if I can. Life, work. You don't know. Life happens.
Exactly, man. Well, I commend you for putting it out there and for trying and making that first step here. And it's gonna be really cool, man, to see if you guys can go from here and keep going, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. I have fans. I legit have fans.
Right? Isn't that wild, man?
It's wild. Like, I talked to my fans earlier. It's just like, how do you feel? I don't know. I don't know. I never felt like this before. Like, I woke up this morning and people bought books. I was like, that's insane. Who does that? I thought I was dreaming for it.
For real though, yeah. No, that's great. Yeah. Well, thank you again, man. We're pretty much at the end of our time here, but please go check out the link, everybody. As I said, the link for the Indiegogo is going to go live shortly after we end our video here tonight. So if you're watching on the replay, it's definitely already up on Indiegogo, and you can check it out. And please go back take a look at everything he's got to offer, and let's make this happen. I'm really excited to see this comic come to fruition. Yeah. So really exciting, man. Good luck with everything. We'll be hopefully maybe we'll have you back on again towards the end of it. But we'll be tracking along with you and rooting for you along the way.
Okay, I appreciate that.
You're welcome, man. And thanks for everyone who watched out there in the chat, and anyone watching on the replay. We thank you as well. And we will see you guys on another episode. And everyone have a great night.
Have a great one.